McMorris Rodgers is the chair of the House Republican Conference, and she is my guest. Good to see you, Congresswoman.
Thanks. Good to be with you, Gretchen.
All right, so you just had this vote. Were you surprised with how many Democrats came on board and the fact that now the president's already announced he's going to veto it?
Well, I do think it is important to recognize this bill had bipartisan support. This is a legislative solution. Yesterday, the president proposed what I would call a political solution, bowing to the pressure that he's feeling from millions of people all across this country who are getting those notices that their insurance plan is no longer going to be available to them, those cancellation notices. And Democrats recognize that the president made a promise, and he needs to keep that promise. He needs to keep his commitment, listen to the American people, and deliver on that promise.
So what would be the difference, Congresswoman, between the Fred Upton bill? I understand there are a couple nuances that may be different, but what's the difference with that and what the president proposed yesterday? So why would he veto it?
Well, it is a legislative solution versus what he just wants to get out there as a political fix, a quick fix. And even in my home state of Washington, the governor has already announced that he's not going to implement the president's fix because it's optional as such. And I believe we need a legislative fix. We need to give that confidence to the American people and to the insurance companies that they can go ahead and provide these options. And we're hearing the stories all the time. Debbie Brown, who I represent from Garfield County, you know, she's 53, 2 grandkids, works at the local gas station, and doesn't know what she's going to do after December 31st. She can't find an affordable plan.
Right. So many of those stories. I want to bring you something that's breaking right now. Nearly 3 months before the rocky launch on October 1st of healthcare.gov, apparently senior managers in charge of creating the online exchanges repeatedly warned of problems with the site, with one voicing concern the team might crash the plane at takeoff. Now, apparently, Mr. Chow, who testified under oath the other day, was aware of this particular communication. What do you make of it?
Well, clearly this law is not ready. The administration is not ready. But it concerns me more that all along we were being told that they were ready. They were assuring us every step of the way that they would be ready. And even up until the end of September, right before the launch on October 1st, administration officials were before our committee and other committees on Capitol Hill saying that everything was on track, everything was under control, and it wasn't true. And we need the administration to be honest with us as we move forward so that people don't continue to get hurt all across this country.
Well, what a difference a few weeks make. Look at this Fox News poll right now. Just last month, congressional Republicans taking a hit over the partial government shutdown, but the botched Obamacare rollout, Congresswoman, shifting the heat now to the Democrats. 43% of voters saying they would back the Republican candidate, 40% for the Democratic candidate, a total swing of 11 points from just last month. Is that simply the debacle of Obamacare?
It's the debacle of Obamacare. It's also what they see as a lack of trust in this administration and what the administration promised. And that is really unfortunate because the citizens need to have confidence. They need to have trust in their government. And you have a president here who promised certain things. He promised on this health care plan that if you liked your health insurance, you could keep it. Period. Right. He said that over and over, and that trust has been broken, and that's very unfortunate.
And Congresswoman, I know you're weeks away from giving birth, so I just want to give you an early congratulations, and I hope everything goes just fine for you. Thank you for being with us. And we're still awaiting